Hi, I'm Brickroad. Welcome back to Risk of Rain. This is my co-host, Ice Cold Delicious Pepsi. And I know that many of you were probably expecting the distinguishing crack of an aluminum can, but what can I say? They make these very convenient 16-ounce bottles of soda these days, and that's exactly how much I'm allowed to have in a 24-hour period, so it's very convenient for me. We have the good artifacts unlocked. We've got Sacrifice. We've got Glass. That's about all a man like me really needs. So, all that's left to do is play my favorite class. That's not him. No, not even a little bit. Go down to the Sniper here. Sniper is considered by many people to be the worst class in Risk of Rain, and that's hilarious to me because it's just very obvious to me. Like, whenever I watch a video of somebody trying to play Sniper, they just don't know how to play him. So Sniper's got the backwards dodge roll, and that his roll goes backwards is actually very central to his character. He fires very slowly. He's got two different shots. He's got that shot, then he reloads, and he's got the big shot. Let's not get hit by that jelly there. And then he's got his spotter, which I can send out to enemies to get extra damage. Here's the thing to playing Sniper. When you shoot, you have to manually reload. You see my little reload meter moving back left and right. If you reload in that white zone right there, you can hear a special sound effect. And then your next shot is a guaranteed critical hit. Here's what I always see people doing with Sniper, is they shoot, they wait for the little meter to go all the way to the right, and come back before reloading to try to time that shot. Really, though, it's just muscle memory. You do those little short hops, and you can shoot repeatedly with Sniper. And on Glass, you can one-shot everything in the first few levels, at least, without any difficulty whatsoever. The cadence for doing these little short hops and getting the reload every single time like this is almost exactly like the cadence of playing an old NES Mega Man game and doing short hops so you can fire your little Mega Man bullets exactly like one tile up above ground level. It's so close, I'm tempted to say that it's intentional on the part of the developers. Oh, also this shot pierces and gets more powerful the longer you hold the button. So, one very incorrect thing I see people doing when they play Sniper is relying more on that long charge shot, trying to use it as his bread and butter attack, trying to line that up. And in fact, if you go to the Risk of Wayne, I didn't know that there was a Wayne's World wiki. Apparently there is. Party on, Garth! I'm sorry for the 90s reference. I'm a 90s kid. They just come out of me sometimes. I don't have a... Anyway, if you go to the Risk of Rain wiki, and go to the Sniper page, it suggests that you use that charge shot as his main attack, and I cannot think of worse advice for Sniper. My advice, if you want to get good at playing Sniper, is learn the cadence of the reload, learn the little short hops, because when you're reloading, you can't move unless you're already in the air and moving forward. So if you do this, you can keep your forward momentum or whatever direction you want to go, and you can fire your gun a lot. We're going to put the spotter down. Did we just get infusion for our first item? We did. We just got infusion on our first item, and that's amazing. Wow. This is going to be an awesome run, I can already tell. Gasoline is a great item for Sniper, and this is another thing that people... what we're going to do is roll through this, make sure we kill that guy. I wasn't sure I could kill him with just one shot of my regular gun, so... people tend to like... The more popular classes in Risk of Rain are the ones like Huntress and Bandit and Commando, the ones that have the on-hit procs. The ones where the on-hit items are really good. The ones who do a lot of attacks very quickly. Sniper does not do a lot of attacks very quickly. but he kills very easily. So anything that has an on-kill effect like gasoline, that's going to be super useful for the sniper. I don't think Sniper's the strongest character in the game. I think he's one of the most difficult classes to get a hang of. He's someone you definitely don't want to pick up while you're still like learning the levels. And in fact, I don't know the actual unlock requirements for Sniper. We're not going to need this Explorer's Key because I got stuck on that rope because we're on Sacrifice. But how are we going to take care of this guy? I think what we're going to do is jump from the rope here. There we go, that works. But I do think Sniper gets a lot of undeserved hate for being quote-unquote the worst class in the game. A lot of people say that. You can go onto Risk of Rain discussion forums, and I've seen it discussed on the subreddit. People pick up this class and it doesn't click, and they don't really know how to do it correctly. I mention this clearly because I'm going to take the magma worm up here, I think, so I don't have to worry about this, that greater wisp while we're at it. Magma worm is not... I'm dead. That was quick. Magma worm is not the, best boss to fight against a sniper. You know what? We needed to junk that run anyway, getting infusion. We don't want to get hard carried. I do. I absolutely want to get hard carried. I want to get hard carried all day long as I'm unlocking things. I remember reading one, I think it was on the official Risk of Rain forums, and this was many years ago. I think this was around the time that Loader and Chef dropped, that content patch dropped. And this guy had written this incredibly long, impassioned blog post about how bad the class was, and he supported his arguments with a lot of gameplay experience. Like, it was clear that the guy didn't just pick up Sniper once and die and then run off to write a salty blog post. And the weakness he kept pointing out on Sniper was he kept using this phrase, jar of ants, which I love to this day because it's so accurately describes situations that will happen in Risk of Rain. Anytime you have a small ledge or a small pit with lots and lots of enemies just tucked down inside, and they're not going to jump out of the pit, why would they? You have a jar of ants situation. At some point, you've got to jump down into the jar of ants to lob an attack and kill the monsters there. And Sniper only fires along one horizontal level. Other characters, like for example Huntress, also all of her attacks fire on one horizontal level. She does not have any verticality to her attacks, but the hitbox on her glaive attack does extend a couple pixels both above and below her, and then it'll ricochet and hit other enemies. So in a jar of ants situation, she can usually stand on the ledge, like right here, pitch her glaive across the pit, and especially if there's a tall enemy in the pit, the glaive will go down there and do some work. Sniper doesn't have any kind of benefit like that, and his argument in this really detailed and impassioned blog post was that this jar of ants situation was enough to make the Sniper unplayably bad. I obviously don't agree. I think Sniper is fine. I do think that the jar of ants is the class's biggest weakness, but I think that those weaknesses are okay in general. The classes that I think are bad in Risk of Rain are the ones that I don't feel like are working the way the developers of the game intended them to work. I think Sniper, weaknesses and all, high difficulty curve to learn, everything that makes the Sniper unique. Did I just miss the teleporter somewhere? I mean, Crowbar is excellent for Sniper. That's a great, great item to get. I must have just missed the teleporter somewhere. Okay. That's basically going to increase the amount of damage we do to enemies that have full health, just increasing the chance that we one-shot enemies with our regular hit, so that's good. Where did I not look? Oh, there are a bunch of middle... Sometimes there are middle platforms on this stage. I don't know if there are today or not. Well, whatever. We have to kill 3, 4, 5 minutes on this scene. Anyway, but no, Sniper feels like the class is working the way they wanted it to work. Weaknesses and all. Like the Jar of Ants situation, there's the Teleporter up top there. The Jar of Ants situation is real. That is valid criticism. I remember this particular forum post. Oh, he got a lot of responses just along the lines of like, lol, get good, nub. And I feel like that a little unwarranted because he was making a good case, you know? Obviously, I didn't agree, and a lot of other people didn't agree, but I can see why, like, this Jar of Ants situation would be considered a fault in the class. But it seems like a deliberate fault. It seems like the developers were like, hey, let's have a class that does absurd amounts of damage but can't attack very quickly and doesn't have a lot of options for which direction to attack from. To contrast with, say, the Engineer, who can attack a lot and has lots and lots of options on where to attack from but doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Look at this Jar of Ants right down here. I think what we're going to do is lure the whole lot of them over here. Wow. Okay. See, this is exactly the situation that Mr. Blog Post Man was talking about. If I jump down there, I'm dead. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to climb over here. We're going to get on this rope. We're going to drop down. We're going to roll. We're going to charge up. And we're going to fire. Well done. That was pretty good. That's almost exactly... Ooh, this jelly's going to get me if I go up top there. Your charge attack pierces, but there's a damage drop-off. The second enemy in line takes less damage. Third enemy in line takes even less. Fourth enemy, and so on and so forth. And that's why with big crowds and things, it's good, but you don't really want to rely on that charge attack, if I rolled the wrong way, as your main damage source. Because first of all, if you're planning your entire run, your sniper run, around this idea of lining up these shots, you're going to have a much harder time of it. Versus just learning the cadence of these little shots, which even with glass turned off, is pretty good at killing monsters. I don't know, like part of me, the residual Risk of Rain player that doesn't want to get hard carried through every encounter, that wants to show off impressive gameplay. Like, part of me is kind of glad that infusion run got killed so easily. And you can see I'm very rusty with Sniper. I haven't played Sniper for a very long time. Boom! I'm going to be making these sound effects through the whole run, probably. There's some health regeneration. That'll be good. How about you, Mr. Wisp? You guys are dead. Monster Tooth is an excellent, excellent, excellent item for Sniper. That is heal on kill, and we kill a lot. Let's gather all these dudes up, and I will use the big shot here. Kaboom! Oh, you're over here. Alright, going to level 2 in 7 minutes. That's not great. But yeah, we had a lot of elite Lemurians and things packed on that little ledge. And the goal of this run... I think the series, the way we're just going to do these little runs where we try to get like an hour or so of gameplay each time. And we're going to try to do this, get a variety of characters in, and get all the artifacts. Once we have all the artifacts, we'll do a nice good run where we get the final artifact, the Artifact of Origin, by equipping them all and killing Providence. And then from there, I think we're going to have to go into individual character runs in order to continue the series. We might be able to get the artifact for this level, but I know Head Stompers is a way to do it, but we don't have the verticality anyway to get over to the ledge that we have to... There's a ledge you have to apply concussive force to. And I know Head Stompers can do the trick, and there's a couple other attacks that can do the trick. But you've got to be able to physically get over to that ledge, and I can't with this character. Oops, I didn't mean to fire there. There's my Teleporter. We're gonna get the magma worm again? We are. Okay. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to tank that one magma worm hit or not, but it worked out okay for me. We're going to go over here to do our killing because it's just a nicer place. And then we'll worry about all those guys on the way back. But yeah, over here we've got a lot more options for moving in different directions if we have to. We've got some ledges up top we can use. We've got different heights of ledges down here. We can escape via the big launch pads. We've got more options for just moving around in these areas. Honestly, what I want is my gasoline back, if anything. I mean, we've got a lot of healing with this run, and we've got some damage reduction now. That's not nothing. That's not nothing, kids. We have a couple different healing items. Sprouting Egg is even more healing, actually. So that's pretty good. What we need to do is not get spit upon. Oh, bunch of elites. Who's left? Just you? Okay. Alright, FOMO enemies. So a bunch of those enemies, those little jars of ants, as they're called, despawn, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Rusty Jetpack. There is some verticality. Excellent. And fireworks. Obviously we can't do anything with fireworks because we have sacrifice turned on, but eventually we will get to the contact light, which has lots and lots of fun things to open. The contact light, those fireworks will come in handy. They're always... fireworks always get a chance to shine, no matter what artifacts you're doing. Alright, what do we have for Stage 3? We're going to the Ancient Valley. This is the version of the Ancient Valley that has the artifact. We've already got the artifacts, so we don't need to worry about that. We're good. Does mean, though, we're not going to Boar Beach, which is fine. Who needs Boar Beach anyway? I'm actually not super concerned about Cremator if we get him in the next stage. Because I'm pretty sure we can one-shot the Cremator on glass with our little spotter drone and a full charge shot, which you can do with Cremator. The tricky part is we'll have to pull that shot off, probably standing in lava. Guys, he shot me first. You all saw it. That was self-defense. I really don't want to face the Cremator, though. And it's not because I think he'll kill me. It's because we still need an artifact from the other level 4 that we haven't gotten to yet. The Hive Cluster. Hey, what's up, Ifrit? Can you come down here? No? Let's roll back here and... There's a golden gun. That is an excellent item to get on Sniper, especially on Sacrifice where we're not spending gold. Prison Shackle's less useful, but... This Rusty Jetpack is about as good as we can expect. I almost like the Rusty Jetpack better than the Hopo Feather as my first vertical item on Sniper because it doesn't mess with the cadence of your reloads. Like do little short hops. Just with Rusty Jetpack, the little short hop sends you higher in the air, but the cadence of the button presses doesn't change. Whereas Hopo Feather, if you want the verticality and the cadence of your reload, you have to tap jump, reload, jump in that order. So Rusty Jetpack we just do without the extra button press, which is nice. Sorry about the headshots. Actually, not sorry at all. Not even a little bit. So yeah, I'd love to go to the Hive Cluster next, if only to get the version of the Hive Cluster that has an artifact that we still need. And again, I don't have any idea what artifact it is. I don't know nothing about nothing. I do know that I'm really dying to have a sip of Pepsi, but I have to put the controller down and take the cap off the Pepsi, and this is why aluminum cans are better. What we need is for someone to start manufacturing soft drinks in 16-ounce aluminum cans. I've been seeing the little 8-ounce aluminum cans in stores. I think they're adorable. Here's a Hive Cluster. We might get a lot of bugs in the Hive Cluster, and bugs are not bugs, the flying Lemurians here. Bugs are in the temple. Let's see if this is the version that has the artifact up top. If we see, like... This is the version with the artifact up top. Alright, that's good. That's good. Let's go for it. Actually, you know what? Let's do it after we do the teleporter event, because then we don't have to... Then we don't have to try to dodge enemies and make these jumps at the same time. I mean, I can one-shot these birds, which is cool. So I guess I'm not super scared of them. And we can't get a boss here that's going to be too difficult. I think our boss options for this level are just Imp Overlord and Toxic Beast. Either of which I can run away from if I need to. As long as you keep moving, those two bosses can't really do a lot to you. But that's another problem with the sniper strategy of, say, kaboom! We got him. What do we get? A Leeching Seed. More healing. Okay, that's healing on hit, which is not terrific for sniper, but okay, I'll take it. Don't say no to healing in Risk of Rain. You know what happens if you complain about the items you get? Next run, you get bad items. Get squibbed on! But yeah, the other problem with the use your charge shot as your bread and butter, which for some reason the wiki says to do, and for some reason a lot of YouTubers that play Sniper and complain about how bad he is tend to do, which, you know, I think these two things might be related. Maybe so many people think that's the way to play Sniper because they go on YouTube and they see people playing him that way. I mean, that makes sense, but when you're charging up, it gives all the monsters a chance to attack you. Like, because you feel this pressure to charge all the way up to get your big shot, and it can be hard to know how much charge you need for a given enemy at a given time. So when you've got something like these missile parents, get squibbed on. This is actually a pretty good use item for Sniper because it's got some vertical reach to it. But yeah, when you're standing still and the missiles are coming in, it's like you don't need another thing to think about. When you've got this reload rhythm down, and it really is all about the reload rhythm. That was the wrong button. Beautiful. That was an excellent, excellent roll down this whole Brickroad. I basically just flushed myself down the toilet. When you're focusing on trying to get that full reload consistently, you're not focusing on all the missiles coming in and where all the elites are and what enemies are lobbing attacks against you. When you feel pressure to get that big, big damage, even if like a half charge or a short charge would do the same trick, you're splitting your attention. It's much better to, in my opinion, much better to have the mindless reload just on your muscle memory. Okay, so all we have to do is jump from rope to rope, basically. And I don't actually remember where they all are, so we'll just wait for them to appear. Oh, I think that might be my next big jump, to that big long one. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That works. I missed it. We were almost there, though. But yeah, the squib is a really good use item for Sniper, just because if you have a Jar of Ants situation with enemies like one tile below you in a little pit that they don't want to jump out of, you don't have to jump down in there. You throw the squib out, and the squib will thin them out a little bit. I mean, most use items that attack monsters have pretty good verticality to them. And Command! That's a really good artifact. I don't like playing with Command, but it's going to be exceptionally useful in getting some of the achievements as we go forward. A lot of items in this game unlock with achievements. We got one earlier in this run. Or no, the last run before we died. Get squibbed on! Where we killed 10 enemies in a row with a single shot. And, ooh, that's a much better use item than the squib. I gotta keep the squib, though. Squib's more fun. We'll keep squib. Squib will work on Providence, and Jar of Souls won't. We know that Jar of Souls doesn't work on Providence because of that ill-fated Acrid run that we did. Moving on to the temple now. And am I super worried about bugs? I don't think I am. I think we can take the bugs down one shot at a time. We better climb down here and see if we have a Twalaporter, though. And the next question is, do I want to loop? The thing is, this is not a charmed run. And a lot of things can one-shot us with 163 health. I might want to just push through to Providence with this run. So my recommendation, if you're going to play Sniper, is kind of learn the situations where you can get a charge off, like this here. I knew those two Claymen were going to jump up to my level. And I knew I was going to have a few seconds to get squibbed on. I knew I was going to have a few seconds to charge up before those Claymen got to me. This guy we can deal with. Toxic Centipede, okay. I'll take it. Oh, there were more monsters there than I could see, but... You know what? We're taking this use item. It's way better. I love the squib, but... we will do much, much better with missiles than with the squib. There they go. The real danger of looping would be the overloading magma worms in the first couple of stages. Because I don't have a speed, and I don't really have the good build to one-shot them yet. Magma worm is kind of the hardest early boss with Sniper because you can't put your spotter on them. You've only got like a second and a half before they dive back down on the ground, and your spotter won't stay on them. I think we will just loop, though. I think we will loop, and then if we just die in the next level, it's whatever. We'll just do another run. It's fine. We got lots of time. We'll see how many overloading magma worms the game wants to throw at us. We're only at 21 minutes anyway. And we do have the missiles up, so one volley of missiles might do for a magma worm if one pops up. And see, if I don't hit my reload, if I don't do the cadence that I've been talking about, the reload rhythm, I do then have to devote brain cycles to catching that white part. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just fire off a shot and go back to the rhythm rather than try to watch the little bar. Toxic Centipede got in there. We also don't have the artifact for this stage yet. Ooh, look at all these jellies. Got him. No problem. So really hoping for Colossus here. Because Colossus can drop the Colossal Neural, which is just going to be our best item. Our best boss item. Hey, a monster log. I probably should have put the spotter on that elite. Alright, who we got? Who do we got? The Colossus, okay. So we know we're not going to get a magma worm now. Oh, that's not an item we want. I almost just instinctively jumped over to grab that item, but it's nothing that we're interested in, really. I think we're going to chill right here and just let everybody spawn in. And kill whoever spawns in on my level. And we'll worry about the Colossus when the time comes. Alright, there's some bleed on hit for the monster that we don't kill in one hit, because we're starting to need 2 and sometimes 3 shots in order to get these elites dead. So the bleed is going to be helpful. We've got a nice little just pack of dorks down there that are just dying to get the full charge on. Got me some nugs. You guys know I love the nugs. I love that they don't identify what kind of meat the meat nugs are. It's like Stan. Some dude named Stan. They're Stan nugs. How we doing? 44 monsters. Okay. Nobody's firing missiles at us, so this is going to be nice and breezy. Pleased to be enjoying that. The reload. There's a goat hoof. I'm not sure what else is sitting there. Oh, mortar. Mortar is an on-hit item, so not terrific for sniper, but again, I'd rather have it than not have it. This is an interesting situation. Okay. The reason I jumped back through there was to make... I didn't see my centipede go on anybody the first time. I love those crowbars. Stack these up, please. Please. Please stack them up. I love them. Oops, I didn't mean to jump down there. Alright, one Colossus is dead. And we're not out of Magma Worm City yet. We can get them on the next level, too. Will-o'-the-Wisp is a fantastic item. It's an on-kill item. Synergizes real well with the, charge shot. Because if we charge shot... Oh, there's one enemy left down here. A big just row of enemies. Any enemies that die might explode because of the Will-o'-the-Wisp. So... Oh, it's you. The guy I said I was trying to avoid earlier. Missiles are back up. We're going to sit on the missiles and see if we have to use them against the Magma Worm next level. I think on glass, if we fire a bunch of missiles from an area next to the Magma Worm, we should be able to hit with all the missiles, hopefully kill the worm, and then dodge roll to safety. Did we get the artifact from this level? I'm not sure. I don't think we did. This is the level with the artifact, though. You can see there's a little bloomf in the ground right there that we can blow up. So let's make that our kill floor, and it'll probably explode just as a matter of course. Like, the Will-o'-the-Wisp will probably do it. Speaking of... Okay, yeah, we're going to make this our kill floor. And we're going to try to kill monsters right on top of this little hole. Like, if we manage to proc that mortar tube right on top of this hole, that probably will do the job. But I think Will-o'-the-Wisp will do this. Like, was that it? No, not quite. There is a bustling fungus and a bitter root, so that's some health. I saw that orange elite and I got spooked. Like, you know what, I'm back over here. Oh, my dodge roll wasn't up. Now it is. Also have some missiles, kids. There's my gasoline. 20 perfect reloads got me the, what was that? The crudely drawn buddy? Monster log. And we've opened it up down here. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our artifact, and then whoever spawns up there spawns. Oh, you know what? This jelly, though, I'm real nervous. Okay, we gotta go back down there after we take care of jellies. Problem with jellies is when you're trying to time jumps on ropes, jellies can still damage you. All my man's gotta do to damage you is get inside your hitbox, and what, you're not gonna come down? Well, you guys are gonna get missiled here in a second, so that's fine. So this is the classic jar of ants right here. I had to jump down in that little hole in order to line up a shot on that child. But in doing so, I opened myself up to great danger. Alright, no jellies are chasing me. Let's go get... Oh, you know what? We better pick up... No, what's this item here? Not the plunger, this other one. Massive leech. Yeah, we don't want that. We want the missile launcher, but I don't think we've picked up the massive leech yet, and I just want to get it in the item log. See if they drop any items. And then we can take care of those wisps, no problem, so we can get them from across the gap. I think they can hit us with their legendary sparks across the gap, but I got a rusty jetpack, so I will just jump over them. And I missed my jump. That's great. That's great, and I'm great. Oh, what are you doing? Jabroni Sam was hanging out. Oh, well, this guy too. Look at this. Fair enough. I feel like Jar of Ants is a less of a problem on glass because you get that one shot, especially if you've got something like Gasoline, Will-o'-the-Wisp, some kind of on-kill item that creates like a blast damage situation. If you get some burst damage, some AoE off of one of your item procs, the Jar of Ants is much less of an issue. I gotta jump from higher up. I'm trying not to grab that short rope because it looks hard to grab, but maybe that's dumb and I'm dumb, and this game is dumb. And you're dumb for watching. I mean, you tuned in. You came to watch me miss this jump 7 times. What can I say? No, we'll get it. We'll get it. I don't even know what artifact this is. I mean, we got Command, which is great. And this one is... Spite. That's a real fun one. That makes the game harder, but it makes enemies explode into piles of bombs, and it's super fun in certain circumstances. Alright, let's finish this up here. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we looped. Alright, we got a piggy bank, we got some boxing gloves, we got... Oh, there's still monsters down here. Oh, that's right, they spawn in greater wisps when they die. That's what happened. We got... Ooh, the Tesla coil. Is that good on Sniper? I mean, I guess it's not bad. That's just area damage. That'll help with some Jar of Ants situations. Because I can just kind of stand next to them and discharge electricity directly into their butts. I really like the top area here as a kill floor, so I kind of really hope my teleporter's right up here. And you know what else I want is a pony and a pile of gold and one of those like memory foam mattresses that like remembers the shape of your back. And also a room to put my Legos in. Peanut and I bought a house a couple of years ago, and the biggest tragedy of my existence is that I don't have anywhere to display all my Legos. They're just all in a big box. I had lots and lots of Batman Legos. About 10 years ago, they did a bunch of Batman Legos. And I don't think I've got the entire set of that collection. But I have quite a few. And then I've got like one of the pirate ships from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's pretty rad. I got nowhere to store them. Here you go, Whirls. Whoops. See, right there. Okay, I feel like that situation there where I was charging up that shot, that's somewhere I feel like one of these guys, one of these snipers are the worst, and this video proves it, guys. Because charging up that shot, there's pressure to get the full shot. Because I've got sniper experience, though, I know better, and I knew to let the shot go as soon as I saw that crab come up behind, because that crab is bad news. Sand crab monster log. I thought we already had that one. There are some crit glasses. I don't know if the crit glasses stack with Sniper's like natural ability to get his own critical hits. Harvester Scythe is a great item for Sniper because if you're getting those reloads, you're healing with every single hit. I think we need to unlock Huntress before we can get Harvester Scythe, though. Whoops, I didn't get my reload. This is a pretty good kill floor in this level, though, right here. That Clayman thought he was going for a swim. Instead, I shot him to death. Ooh, I didn't see you come on my platform, buddy. Do I like barbed wire on Sniper? I mean, I try not to be inside enemy hitboxes on Sniper. Because you really kind of want to be way back here, you know? Get this big old shot. Kablamo! Where's Colossus' friend? He's down here. Let's go say hey. Okay, Timekeeper's Secret is not an essential item, but it is helpful because if you aren't paying attention and you take the big hits... Oh, did I get this artifact down here? Let's just grab it real quick in case I didn't get it. Timekeeper's Secret, especially if you've got Guardian Heart. If you have Guardian Heart and you can't be one-shot, and you take, like, enormous damage, what happens is Timekeeper's Secret procs, and that's your indication that, hey... Yeah, Enigma, we had gotten that one. That's your indication that, hey, yo, you just took a whole bunch of damage. Be careful. And, of course, you don't start being careful because it's Risk of Rain. Like, why would you? Alright. Oh, there's still people up here. Let's go say hey. I mean, the loop's going pretty good. The loop is going pretty good, and... The big problem with trying to determine whether or not to keep looping is really... It comes down to I don't really know what items I have unlocked, and which ones aren't in the item log because we haven't picked them up once yet. Like Frost Relics? Did we get Frost Relics? I'm pretty sure Hopo Feathers we have. But I don't know if Frost Relic is something that I have to unlock or not. We'd already grabbed the artifact out of this level. Wouldn't it be funny if I grabbed it again? But hey, we got no Cremator. No run-ending Cremator here. What was this thing? This thing was something, right? Yeah, that was Dead Man's Foot. Okay, that's an alright item. That was worth doing. You just get attacked by archer bugs there, and... I don't think those were archer bugs, actually. I think those were more Lemurians. The evolved flying Lemurians. Yeah, I should have put my spotter on him. Oh well, I already didn't do that, and yeah, no more artifact in this level. But whatever happens, we're walking out of this run with not only 2 new artifacts, but one of the most useful artifacts to get for our purposes, Command. We might be doing some Command runs in the near future just to ensure that... I didn't mean to fire those, oh well. Just to ensure that we get some successful runs. I'm worried... This is my biggest anxiety about this series. My worry is we're going to reach a point in the series where all that's left to do is get the Providence Monster Log. Like, that's the only thing left to do. And if that happens, it's just going to be a big shame. Because that's going to be just a lot of videos. I looked it up. Nobody really knows what the drop rates on Monster Logs are. The best guess is that it's 1% per kill. And that you can double that by playing on Monsoon. So... Probably the end of this series is just going to be a lot of episodes of me just doing runs to Providence to try to get that monster log. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Again, I'm still... This is the first time I've ever done a Let's Play series. No, it's not the first time, but... One of the first times I've ever done a Let's Play series where I'm actually recording it as I'm uploading it. It's not... It wasn't done recording when I started uploading. It's kind of a long-form... situation. You know what I mean? Situation. It's getting kind of dicey down there. I couldn't keep track of where all the wisps and parents and whoops, I fell, and spitters were, so... Tesla Coil's really good for these flying Lemurians, so I'm really not worried about them or archer bugs in the temple anymore. Okay, so far so good. Let's go ahead and put the spotter on him. Get the big shot. What's down there? Oh, little slime. Little slime friends. Alright, yeah, so far so good. So what do I want? Hopo Feather would be excellent right now. If I got to pick an item, I would take Hopo Feathers. Hopo Feather, Goat Hooves, and more like crowbars, honestly. I feel like we've got the healing covered. As long as a Guardian Heart. I would definitely take a Guardian Heart. Just to make sure I can't get one shot. Even with Timekeeper Secret, anything that hits me right now that can do 229 damage is a concern. These are actual headshot. Oh, that's right. Their hitbox is below their heads. I knew that, and I still made that mistake. What am I doing down here? In fact, I think... I might be misremembering this. It's been years now, but I think that big Jar of Ants forum post that I was making fun of earlier... I think one of the other things he was complaining about is how ridiculously hard it was to do the perfect reload, and how he didn't think the achievement for it was possible. When yeah, it just takes practice. It does feel good coming into Sniper with all that Mega Man experience and have it all being relevant. Like, I feel like I trained for Sniper my entire life. Like, this is a Jar of Ants. Here, we're going to just stand right here and put the centipede down there, let the Tesla Coil do its work. Not even have to jump down there. Ooh, I gotta climb up. Where am I going? Alright, Ice Cold Delicious Pepsi. It's your time to shine. Put the controller down. I don't know why I put the cap back on it. I knew I was going to be drinking. It is ice cold and delicious. Not nutritious, though. It's just sugar water, kids. I don't have many vices in life. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do any kind of drugs, I don't gamble, I don't kill people anymore. It's just soda. Soda is my, like, one main vice. It's the only thing my doctor has ever told me to cut back on. It's the only, like, lifestyle change I've ever had to make, was going from drinking as much soda I wanted to, you can maybe have one of those, like, 16 ounces a day. One thing I've never done, one thing I've always been pretty good about, is I've never, like, hydrated with soda. Does that make sense? Like, I've never used it as my main method of getting water into my body. To me, I just like the flavor of it. I prefer it to, like, snack foods. I prefer it to, like, candy. I guess essentially it is just liquid candy, really. But yeah, I'm happy just drinking a soda rather than having, like, a bunch of snacks or something. Tesla Coil, oh yeah, Tesla Coil and Toxic Centipede are excellent for archer bugs. No worries. Twaliporter time is now. How do I like this as a kill floor up here? You know what? I think it's fine. And then those guys we can get with... I don't think Tesla Coil will reach down there. But missiles, surely. No problem. But I've always been really good about hydrating with water. I want the head stompers. You have no idea how much I want those. Oh, they're getting healed. There's a healing elite down there. This is probably not good. What's the plan? Oh, what's the plan? The plan is to go over here and make this the kill floor and hope that that healing elite despawns. Like, even right now, I've got my soda open, of course, but I've also got a bottle of water sitting here to hydrate with. I enjoy water. I like it. I like a glass of water. I don't like ice-cold water. I don't want, like, lukewarm water, but typically the, like, cold water out of a faucet is good enough for me. That's pretty much how I like it. That and a glass of milk. You guys like milk? Oh, it's... If I had another vice, it would be whole milk. Everybody I know drinks the skim or the 1% or some other ridiculous... I don't know, but... No, man, I need the whole, full-fat milk with the red cap. I kind of do want to stay right at this range, though, especially when I go to fight Providence later, because that's where that mortar tube's going to come out. And no, none of them died. Okay, so, this... We can get them to teleport out of there, though. Oh, a bunch of guys jumped out of there. That might be enough. That might be all we need. One of them dropped a key. And I can't tell if the healing drone is... Or the healing guy is still up there or not. Let's just put some damage up there and see what happens. I thought I had a roll and I didn't right there. Whoops. Like for a second I thought I was playing Commando. Commando's roll comes back quicker than Sniper's does. What do we have here? Lens maker's glasses and some dice. Okay. But you kind of see what I mean about that backwards roll being kind of essential to Sniper gameplay, because what you want to do is face the enemies you want to shoot, backwards roll away from them, and then you can kind of go from the momentum of that roll. Let's loop again. Let's do it. Why not? You can go from the momentum of that roll directly into charging a shot, and then wait until you're just outside of the enemy's effective attack range to let go of the shot. You probably won't get a full charge doing it like that, unless you've got a lot of goat hooves or something, but it's a pretty effective way to get as full of a shot as you can off of a big train of enemies that's chasing you across flat ground. It's a really good strat if you have some verticality, because what you can do is just use your jumps and whatever to get safely through the crowd. And then line up that big shot. Here we go. Is this where we're going to see our overloading magma worm? Oh, I should go check and save the artifacts here. Volatile Wandering Vagrant. Very well. And a regular magma worm. Okay. I want to take care of the Vagrant first, I think. That went pretty well. Oh, he's still alive. I thought we had killed it. Nope. Not even a little bit. Okay, where's going to be the safest place to take down this Vagrant? Or should I just run the timer out, I wonder? Probably right here. Well. That's funny. So the exact thing that I said was going to happen actually happened. I got one-shotted, Timekeeper's secret procced, and shut down time, but I still died because I didn't have a Guardian Heart. I don't know though, that was a successful run. We got a couple of artifacts unlocked. Let's go back and see what we got. Alright, we got new items. The Tesla Coil and the Great Amethysts. Is that what it's called? Gigantic Amethysts is what it's called. Okay. Reset all your cooldowns. So only 2 new items picked up that run. New monster logs. Looks like we got the Greater Wisp. Yeah, those guys suck. We got the Sand Crab. They're pretty good. Just kind of put some distance in between there. They do have some reach, but if you got some distance, you'll be alright. And the Child. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the Wandering Vagrant. Very nice. That brings us to 45.8% completion. Kids, we're getting there. I think we are going to do some command runs in the near future, but I don't think we're going to start doing them until we've got all the artifacts. We still got a couple artifacts left to collect I'll see you next week for another episode of Risk of Rain Hundo. Thank you for watching. Peace out.